All right, we're back. Everyone's like, "Whoa, there's no sound. There's no sound." Because I wasn't talking. It's one of those days, people. It's one of those days. Uh, I had to cancel. I had to cancel the podcast with Top Tier today. I had to cancel so much shit because of getting. I hate getting sick. Absolutely hate it. I can't hear. No, I just did that shit on purpose so you guys can run up the comments. I just muted myself on purpose just to watch you guys just run up the comments. Be like, no sound. There's no sound. I did that on purpose, right? I didn't accidentally forget to unmute myself. That would be crazy. A man of my stature forgetting to unmute myself, psh, was strategic from the very beginning, all planned out. What the fuck is this? Holy shit! Is this from my phone? He said that Casamigos got to him. They won. They got me, yo. Why you don't trade their platform? Is it trash or something? Whose platform? I'm not trading this platform because I can't even fucking see my trades, dude. I still want to pass the challenge. Like just for my own competitiveness. That's just what it is. He said, "You talk so highly of yourself." Yes, everybody should. He said, "Why would you talk lowly about yourself?" What? That's crazy. He said, "Top tier." Why you don't trade their platform? Well, just because like I always go to where the most reputable place is and where I believe. Yeah, just I always go to the places that I believe have the best reputation. It's that simple. FTMO right now clearly has the best reputation without, just hands down. Like Chart Addicts has the best reputation. People haven't really found out yet, but that's where we're gonna go. Oh, they muted what I said though. No one muted what you said. Said you talk so highly of yourself. All right, Mike, you got one more. You got one more. You keep being miserable, you're gonna get kicked out. If you can fix it, be a man for a second, admit your mistakes, you're able to come back and join the group. But you say one more dumb thing, just go back to irrelevance where you belong. Top tier fees are crazy too. All the fees are crazy. The funded traders fees are crazy. All of them. FTMO is the way to go. It's the way to go. Yeah. Okay. Like, do some research, guys. Just do some research on a lot of the firms. And I'm not saying that it's not a good platform, but if one has better reviews than the other, which one you're going to use? Plain and simple. We're very close to entry here for shorts. Roy putting baby in the corner. You feel me? Like, guys, we're all adults here. As much fun as much as we joke around and everything, if you're gonna come here just being negative, make it funny. I don't mind people roasting. Whoever called me a Make a Wish DJ Khaled yesterday, that had me laughing for the rest of the day. Bro, I love this shit. But if you're gonna be rude, make it funny. If you're gonna tell the truth, make it funny. It's that simple. And this is the rule for life. If you guys want to be out here exposing stuff and telling the truth, make it funny, or they will kill you. You heard? And so if you guys are going to be here being disrespectful, being rude, just make it funny. Whoever called me the Alibaba Jesse from Breaking Bad, bro, I fell out of my chair. Whoever said I look like Joe Biden when he's awake, Golly is still hitting me with that to this fucking day. So you guys be funny and just say what you want, but at least make it fun. Don't get on here and just be rude. That's craziness. Are you close enough to the 886 or do you need to see it touch? On some days, close enough works. On days like this, bro, I'm already kind of short-tempered today because I woke up with a bunch of BS. I couldn't breathe. The trade, I got kicked out of this trade even though it played out perfect. And so I'm already in this sort of heightened sense of, you know what I'm saying? I'm pissed off. And so I want to make sure that I see all the confirmations. That way I can justify it to myself later. If I take a trade where the market didn't even hit the 886, just because it was close enough, and I'm kind of pissed off and the trade doesn't go my way, it's going to be very hard for me to justify why I did that later. I'm going to be like, why did I even enter there? So on the days where you have a solid mindset, you're locked in, everything is good, you can be a little bit more loose with the strategy because you'll be able to adapt, right? If I entered here and it shoots up, I can just enter another one and hedge myself out. On days like today, I just want to make sure I see all the confirmations perfectly well because I'm not in that place to be in and out and to be, adjusting and be flexible. I just want to copy and paste my strategy. And this is what it's for. This is the whole point of a copy and paste system, is that even on my worst days, as long as it follows the rules, I have a good chance of making money. That's why they say there's always some truth in jokes. At least mask it so you don't get shot. Exactly. The court jester is the only person who's allowed to criticize the king. Always remember this. Quick reminder, tickets for the NAS100 Masterclass that's in February are now available. There's 50% off until the end of the year. So if you're planning on hopping in this masterclass in February to get ready for 2024, refresh on the strategy, make sure you guys have a proven system dialed in so you can make money all year. February masterclass will be the one for you. It's half off until the end of the year. Once the end of the year hits, it's going to go to full price. Just heads up for everybody. If you're planning on being in that masterclass, don't wait till after the year ends. Make sure to grab it while it's half off. All right. All right. We're getting very close here. All right. Mike, you're gone. It's that simple. He's back. All right. We just kicked him out and banished him back into the irrelevance of obscurity. All right. Or the obscurity of irrelevance. Which one of them sounds better? The obscurity of no, I think irrelevance of obscurity. Yeah, he's just irrelevant. He's over there in obscurity. He's obscure. You can't see him. Z Mario says I'm down. Down for what? All right. Damn. Risk and reward. Risk and reward goes from 4-1 down to 2.4-1 for chasing the entry. Oh, we hit the 886 here though. How the fuck? Why didn't we hit on this one? Okay.
Yeah, I just entered off of that one.
366 versus 2.7 R. 3.7 versus 2.7. just for missing that entry. Uh, 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 uh. All right. So scaling in. I know you guys told me not to give shit to the people who are leaf blowing because everybody's got a hard working job. I get it, bro. Bro, there was 7 people fucking leaf blowing the same pile of leaves this morning. Nah, shit you not. I took a video because I knew you people were gonna come at me and be like, boy, that didn't actually happen. Yo, how many fucking people does it take to leaf blow one pile? I had this dude, these two of these guys just took the jetpack off and just put it on the floor. It was still running right outside my window. Yo, at this point, this is a conspiracy at this point. I think trade lockers sent them. If I'm gonna be honest. I think my broker sent those guys. That's how my brain is processing it.
They tried to wipe out your MetaQuote server, but accidentally wiped out the trade locker one.
Nah, they were just trying to get me pissed off. They're like, yo, if we just get 7 dudes to stand around one pile of leaves and everyone's pointing their leaf blower at it, instead of the logical thing, which is every person is working on a different part of the lot or whatever the fuck they're doing, and they're all doing it. It's like 17 heads on one thing. They're all just kind of looking at each other. 2 of the guys take the jetpack off and just leave it there. So obviously they're not doing anything contributing to the leaf blowing. I'm just sitting here like, fam, it's 7 a.m. I want to sleep in today, right? Get a couple extra hours, make sure I'm fully healed up. No, that did not happen. Said they weren't Mexicans. That's why, bro. If they were, it'd have been one guy doing the whole fucking lot, and we would have been done 2 hours earlier. All right, but then again, I don't know. I don't know where they were from, so I feel like I can't be just generalizing here. Let me roasting them. Probably Venezuela. I don't know. I have no clue. But all I know is, bro, Mexicanos, 30 minutes, fam. I didn't seen one dude take on the whole lot. This is 17 guys standing around the pile of leaves looking at each other. How many dudes does it take to leaf blow a pile of leaves? Just looking at each other, just tapping them. He said, it's a pile of leaves. It's like, oh, it's a pile of leaves. For like 20 minutes. I just opened the window. I'm like, it's fucking leaves. It's leaves. You're right. You're correct. Stop looking at it. You're right. Tried to get me. Jose always coming in. Bro, you better get commissions from Mexico for repping Mexico like this. My boy is always in the comment section. Repping Mexico. Most people in America hate their country. Isn't that crazy? Americans, pay some fucking attention. All right. Pay some fucking attention. See how much people love their countries. Always repping. Always repping. Americans will be like, well, I don't really want to. Greatest country on earth here, people. Greatest country on earth. I'm gonna skip the debate stuff for now. I don't know, just lost interest in that one. We'll come back and look at it later if there's anything specific that I find. But it was really interesting, man. If you guys are into politics, that one was rock solid. Okay, beautiful. There. He said FX Sway literally just closed my open trades and said my account has been successfully moved to Trade Locker. What kind of shit is that? Just when I was about to sell. Bro, why are you using that platform is the first question. And I get it, you had some open trades. I understand. But this should be your sign now to go make some smarter decisions with your money. Okay. I was there, bro. I gave him a chance. I gave them a chance. And I don't know why I did, but I did. And same thing happened. I was getting caught with slippage, with manipulation, everything in between. All right. Joe Biden when he's awake is crazy. I don't even understand what that means, to be honest. I still don't get what it means, but it's funny as shit, bro. Like it's funny as fuck. Calling somebody Joe Biden when they're awake is hilarious. But how does that apply to me? Because I'm kind of insulted a little bit. Just a little bit. Yo, I'm gonna go grab some tea real quick. I'll be back in like 30 seconds. Now by 30 seconds, I mean like 2 minutes. All right. Hang on tight. Just hold on. I'm coming back. All right, I'm back. Water's boiling. What happened? Did we blow the account? Nope. Good rejection so far. Beautiful. Awesome. Okay. Yo, I have a quick question for you guys. I'm using Coinbase yesterday. There's a sign at the very top. It said referral program. Refer a friend to sign up for Coinbase and get some, money back on this one thing. And I thought to myself, that's brilliant. Right? And so I have a question for you guys because I'm just going to leave it up to you. If we had a referral program where if you recommended a friend the masterclass or whatever it might be, you get 3 months inside the Chart Addicts group chat in the VIP group chat. Is that something that you feel like you'd be interested in? Like, let me know in the comments section. Is that something you would be interested in? Is that something that's attractive? Where if you have a friend that's trading and they just need a fucking strategy, you keep seeing them go back and forth with their results, break even, not a consistent strategy. You want to tell them just like, yo, stick to this one thing. And then return for helping your friend, you get 3 months of access inside the VIP community. Is that something you guys would be interested in? Put a 1 in the chat if it's a yes, put a 2 if the answer is no. Excuse me. Artist says, hell yeah. Mike Pineda says, send me the link. Jermaine says, hell yeah, definitely, yes, 111. Anybody that thinks no, and if you think no, let me know what you guys think. Let me know why. The wick, the wick, the wicks. Tony said, the thing is, I don't have friends. Oof. Oof. What about acquaintances? And that's the thing, guys. If you don't really have a community in trading, if you stick to doing what you need to do and you start to make progress and you become a better trader, you're gonna build that relationship with other traders. Other successful traders want to be around other successful traders. All right, it's just the way it is. We all learn from each other. The personalities are great. So work on yourself and build yourself into something of value or someone of value, and the connections will come. I can promise you guys. Blank says, Tony, I can be your friend. Tony's like, not you, bro. Anybody, not you. It's not you. It's a good idea. If you have if you have if you have, this is a good idea if you have a true masterclass. Well, Miss Katie, did you take the masterclass? Or did you take the most recent one or any of them? If so, what were your thoughts? That's where the patience comes in. That's where the patience comes in. Miss Katie says yes. Yeah, for sure. And that's the thing is like you can't recommend people to something that doesn't work. Like, here's the thing. IML, their biggest issue was that their products didn't work. And so they were pushing people to sell something that didn't provide a result. If we all went to a restaurant together, we had a great time. We're gonna go tell someone. When my friends ask me, like, yo, where should we eat? Oh, let's get Jamaican food. And I'll be like, yo, you guys gotta try the new island things down the street. That place is fire. I just tried it last. Oh, do they have good oxtail? I'll be like, they have fire oxtail. So you can tell them straight up, let's go to this restaurant, and you're gonna go tell a bunch of friends. This is how things really should be, is that the class is supposed to be so helpful, the strategy is supposed to be so good that you just go and tell people that you trade with to be like, look, if you're struggling, This is a copy and paste system you can use. But now on top of that, you can also get rewarded by you should never recommend something that you have not used. So if you've taken the masterclass, you've succeeded from it, and you go and promote it to someone else, we want you as part of the community. So it's all like a full circle where we want you in the Discord because obviously you took the class and it's working for you. And you can also tell a friend and get them to stop struggling, because the sooner that your friend stops struggling with trading, the sooner the whole squad starts to grow, and everybody holds each other accountable. But if you still have a few people on your team that don't have that, it's going to be horrible. So that was my third trading class, but honestly, yours is awesome. Wow. I appreciate that. Thank you. Okay. It's like watching grass grow, people. This is what we get paid for. We get paid to watch grass grow. Stop loss is all set. So on this trade, I'm risking about $240 to make 460 just on this position here, which is about a 2-to-1 risk and reward. Not about a 2-to-1. It's actually pretty accurately 2-to-1. Yeah, risking 0.25% to make 0.5%. All right, let's go through these debates, the debate highlights.
That if you have to be 18 to get a tattoo, you should have to be 18 to have anything done to change your gender. The law should stay out of it. I think the North Star here is transgenderism is a mental health disorder. We don't let you have an addictive drink of alcohol by the age of 21. We can do the same thing when it comes to banning genital mutilation. Look, we will take support from anybody we can take support from, but I have been a conservative fighter all my life. I was a Tea Party candidate when I became governor. We opposed every single corporate bailout we possibly could. When it comes to these corporate people that want to suddenly support us, we'll take it. Nikki, you were bankrupt when you left the UN.
Oh, shit.
After you left the UN, you became a military contractor. You actually started joining service on the board of Boeing, whose back you scratched for a very long time, and then gave foreign multinational speeches like Hillary Clinton is. And now you're a multimillionaire. That math does not add up.
Son. Yeah, I'm telling you guys, Vivek obviously has no shot of winning if Trump is running, but I want him to win. I want him to win.
That's up to the fact that you are corrupt. I know the elites in DC, they don't care. Wearing a uniform.
And I definitely don't want DeSantis to win, because I moved to Florida because of all the great policies he's implementing. I want him to stay governor. I want him to be the best governor the U.S. history has ever seen. I definitely don't want him to run for president.
We opposed every single corporate bailout we possibly could.
We got about another 20, 30 minutes for this trade to play out. So I'm going to be hanging out here for another 20, and then we'll just recap this thing later. But 20, 30 minutes. Let's be patient here. See if we just get... I'm looking for just one rejection away from the zone. Then I'm going to protect this trade. It's giving me this feeling of it's piling on a bunch of sell orders, and then it's going to smash bullish. So I'm just going to let one rejection come down, protect these trades, and then just ride the rest of the day risk-free. Okay? Just a heads up.
But when it comes to these corporate people that want to suddenly support us, we'll take it. Nikki, you were bankrupt when you left the UN. After you left the UN, you became a military contractor. You actually started joining service on the board of Boeing, whose back you scratched for a very long time, and then gave foreign multinational speeches like Hillary Clinton is. And now you're a multimillionaire. That math does not add up. It adds up to the fact that you are corrupt. I know the elites in DC, they don't care. They don't care that fentanyl's ravaging your community. They don't care that illegal aliens are ravaging our community and overwhelming our community. The commander-in-chief not only has a right, you have a responsibility to fight back against these people. You're going to categorize them as foreign terrorist organizations, and we will identify just like we would anywhere. When I was in Iraq, the Al-Qaeda wasn't wearing a uniform. You'd see anyone walking down the street, they all had man dresses on. You didn't know if someone had a bomb, an IED attached or not. But look at where fentanyl came from. Let's go to the heart of the matter. It came from China. That's why we need to end all normal trade relations with China until they stop murdering Americans with fentanyl. But this is where Trump went wrong. Trump was good on trade.
But that's all he was with China. Because here he allowed fentanyl to continue to come over. He continued to allow them to he would give them technology to build up their military and hurt us. He allowed the Chinese infiltration for them to buy up farmland, to put money in our universities, and to continue to do things that were harmful for America.
I want everybody at home to know that I was the first person to say we need a reasonable peace deal in Ukraine. Now a lot of the neocons are quietly coming along to that position, with the exceptions of Nikki Haley and Joe Biden. Neither of them could even state for you 3 provinces in eastern Ukraine that they want to send our troops to act.
This was so powerful yesterday. He looked over at Nikki Haley, who's always talking about sending troops to Ukraine. He looks over at DeSantis. He's like, look, name 3 of the cities that they're really beefing over. Okay? Just name 3 of them. I don't give a fuck about that conflict. And I know there's the Donetsk, right? There's these key regions that are on the east of Ukraine that are Russian speaking that they've been fighting over. The Donetsk is one of them. They're trying to send billions of dollars and people to go die to cities that they don't even fucking know what they're called.
Fight for. This is a smart, accomplished woman. You should stop insulting. So I'm going to take
Oh yeah, this is my favorite part of the whole debate. Listen, this is where Vivek just rips into him. Watch this. And look, Chris Christie's looking huge. He's looking fucking weird, but he's got makeup on, and this suit jacket's about to bust, just about to fucking pop.
It's closing a bridge from New Jersey to New York.
Yeah.
He said your only foreign policy experience was closing a bridge from New Jersey to New York. Son, Vivek for president. I don't care. I don't care. The guy's a savage.
Failed years of leadership of this party, and criticized Nikki for her corrupt foreign dealings as a military contractor. She said that I have a woman problem. Nikki, I don't have a woman problem. You have a corruption problem. And I think that...
Son, do you guys know these are fucking bangers? This is like when Trump was debating Hillary Clinton and she looks over and says, thank God somebody with his temperament would never be president of the United States. He looks over, he's like, yeah, because you'd be in jail. These are bars. These dropping bars. Okay.
That's what people need to know. Nikki is corrupt. This is a woman who will send your kids to die.
Governor Haley, would you like to respond? No. It's not worth my time to respond to him.
You seem to be saying Donald Trump is no longer mentally fit to be president. Is that what you think?
The idea that we're going to put someone up there that's almost 80 and there's going to be no effects from that, we all know that that's not true.
That's why I keep supporting Vivek. It's like, yes, Trump is cool, but he can't even fucking hold 2 terms. So his VP is going to be very crucial. So that's why I want Vivek to win. He's got 8 years right ahead of him.
You're not answering. They're afraid to offend. And let me tell you something. If you're afraid to offend Donald Trump, then what are you going to do when you sit across from President Xi, you sit across from the Ayatollah, you sit across from Putin?
They were just scratching the surface. They went at each other. Let me see if I can just find the Vivek versus, let me find the Christie highlights. I never thought I'd be looking for Chris Christie highlights in my entire life. My FBI agent tracking all my search history is just confused right now. They're out here like, what the fuck? Chris Christie. All right, let's see if we can find one.
Less than 6 weeks until the
From this.
Bro, who gives a fuck about some Anderson Cooper, bro? How was Anderson Cooper? Anderson Cooper hasn't aged a fucking day in like 20 years, bro. Can someone explain this shit to me? This dude looks the exact same that he did 20 years ago. Now, let's be real. Chris Christie started off throwing shots at everyone. And he was very necessary, but then he just started getting annoyed. All right. So let's go.
I didn't interrupt you. Okay, you say
about how you want to send your kids to die.
He said, don't interrupt me. I didn't interrupt you. Goes to start speaking. Vivek just interrupts. Now, I don't know if you guys know this. This is a debate tactic. So you guys might see Tucker Carlson, Piers Morgan, some of these guys, while you're in your train of thought, they'll interrupt you. And while they're interrupting you, you can't really form a clear train of thought. And so you just start to, fucking just start stuttering and shit, and that's how they're able to get you really mad and flustered. And so Vivek knows. Vivek is a master debater. You feel me? He's gonna be the chief master debater. He just out here. He just played Christie like a fiddle. Look at this.
Debate. You go out and
He got Chris Christie mad as fuck. Made him look stupid early on.
you say something, all of us see it on video. We confront you on the debate stage. You say you didn't say it, and then you back away. And I want to
I'll
say
tell you
what-
exactly
no,
what I said, Chris.
I'm not done yet.
This
Now look,
Hold
this is-
on.
and here's-
So real quick, I did have an early entry when price hadn't touched the 886 yet. So I'm going to close this out here just for risk management purposes. Close out the worst of the 3 entries. I've already done that on my live where I had 3 entries. I closed out the lower of the 3. And so that's what I'm going to do is de-risk. And the easiest way to de-risk is just to close the worst of all the entries. I do want to wait until I'm in profits, though. I don't want to close it in a loss. I don't think I need to because we're still rejecting the 88.6. So just some patience here, and I'll be able to close out all 3 of these trades in profits and be able to call it a day. So just a little bit of patience, and I think that we'll get a full rejection. Give us another 20 minutes, and I think we're good.
the fourth debate that you would be voted in the.
And if you're watching this on YouTube, just drop a like and then hit the subscribe button. The like is cool, but the subscribe button is crucial. So you guys are notified when we go live every single morning to catch trades just like the one we're catching now, and obviously get entertained in the process.
First 20 minutes as the most obnoxious blowhard in America. Let's count 25 minutes into this debate. And he has insulted Nikki Haley's basic intelligence.
Yeah, it's not hard.
Her positions, her basic intelligence. She doesn't know regions. She wouldn't be able to find something on a map that his 3-year-old could find. Look, if you want to disagree on issues, that's fine. And Nikki and I disagree on some issues. But I'll tell you this, I've known her for 12 years, which is longer than he's even started to vote in a Republican primary.
Ooh, quick dig. Vivek voted in his first election. I think he voted for Trump. That was his first primary election that he ever voted in. Not a good look if you're running for president.
Some issues, and we disagree about who should be president of the United States. What we don't disagree on is this is a smart, accomplished woman. You should stop insulting.
So I'm gonna take this.
First of all, I think we just learned something from Chris Christie. We learned 3 things.
We learned 3 things right there. First of all, Chris Christie also doesn't know what provinces in eastern Ukraine.
Yeah.
It's closing a bridge from New Jersey to New York.
Yeah.
So do everybody a favor, just walk yourself off that stage, enjoy a nice meal,
Yeah.
and get the hell out of this
Yeah,
place.
Yo, nah, son, we gotta rewind this one.
Bridge from New Jersey to New York.
Yeah.
So do everybody a favor, just walk yourself off that stage, enjoy a nice meal,
Yeah.
and get the hell out of this
Yeah,
place.
I live for this. I live for this.
Several sharp clashes tonight. Here to talk about it. CNN Newsnight anchor Abby Phillips, political commentator.
I don't care. Imagine I fucking listen to Van Jones's opinion. Holy shit. That's about it. That's basically about as exciting as it got. There was the post-fight.
How did you think it went? What the overall debate?
This is like the post-fight press conference for the UFC.
It was fluid. I didn't really have much restraint, and
I think that Vivek was a winner. Here's my honest take about what happened yesterday is that I think Vivek was a clear winner, but I think DeSantis shocked me. DeSantis was doing so much better, way more confident, and I think that DeSantis needs to be on offense. A lot of these guys haven't done jack shit for American people. Literally nothing for the American people, except for Chris Christie. But again, his biggest thing was closing the bridge. What DeSantis has in his back pocket is that the majority of the country came to Florida at some point to enjoy the freedoms, liberties, and the quality of life that was down here. That was because of him and his policies. He was the face of all of this anti-COVID, like the whole sort of leading that race. And so he needs to lean on that, go on offense, and just tell people, like, you haven't done anything. On this topic, you sold out Americans. On this topic, you sold out Americans. I've been here for Americans. I think DeSantis did really good, but Vivek sauced everybody.
I think it's the first time we actually had real conversation between the candidates, but still actually being able to hear one another. So when it set the bar that low, I think it was actually pretty much a success. I think there's some issues that we do need to discuss.
Says, why are Dems always the moderators? To be honest, I had no idea who the moderators are Roy, can you raise the volume on PC? Yeah, of course. I appreciate the heads up. I don't even know who the moderators were. I thought it was Megyn Kelly. I thought Megyn Kelly was the moderator. Yeah, the Megyn Kelly show.
Get to in this debate that I think are deep ideological fault lines in the GOP primary. I think free speech is one of those issues.
That was one I was saying before we
Free
got
speech
started.
and foreign policy, those are the two big ones.
Free
I
speech
think.
is on our list, but you know, everything dies as a result
Yeah.
of something else that lives.
We were a little too free with our speech. I
We
think.
can let you guys debate, you
No,
know,
I
so
think it
it's
was
like that's why I was like, you have to strike the balance, right? Because otherwise, if we just stay rigid to our questions and get through every single
Yep.
topic, you guys don't get to debate each other.
That's right. That's
So,
right. And so
anyway.
I think in that sense it was a good debate. And I think we do have some ideological divides in the GOP. I think the big ideological divide is what do you think is America's approach to being the leader of the world? All of us agree that America should be that shining city on a hill. I'm of the view that it should be by being foremost strong at home. I think we have weakened ourselves by fighting these foreign wars in other parts of the world. That as we revealed on that stage tonight, many of them who are clamoring for going after defending some part of Ukraine don't know the first thing about the part of Ukraine they're actually arguing for.
You're right that people are starting to move more and more towards the position that you took early on.
Yeah, and I think it's a form of intellectual fraud on the American people, but I think that that's one divide number one. And then divide number two is what do you have the right to say in this country? Do you actually have the right to engage in heinous speech or not? And I think we have candidates on both sides of that issue, but I'm a free speech absolutist. And I think those are the two main divides.
Well, you know, I wanted to talk to you about that because you and I had our little exchange on Twitter. I would
respect we have some different opinions.
Yeah,
We can
yeah.
continue that
It's fine.
elsewhere as well. Yeah.
That's exactly right. All right, so let's talk about some of the big moments because
Sure.
my impression from the debate moderator's seat was Christie came loaded for bear for you,
Yeah, you did.
right? Were you expecting that?
I didn't really go in one way or another. I kind of got a kick out of it. And
Okay.
my view is that Chris Christie's foreign policy experience is, about as thin as it's going to get. And
Is it about as thin as it's gonna get?
blockading that bridge from New Jersey to New York was, as I said on stage, the best example of it I could think of. And I think that Chris Christie would do this country a favor if he got out of the race. And so I think I didn't hold back in saying so.
Here's a little flavor of what we're talking about. Stop one.
These markets are moving so slow, everybody. So slow. I just want to see one rejection so I can de-risk this trade, put stops into break even, secure partial profits, and then whatever happens for the rest of the day is extra credit. When you enter a trade, your job is not to sit here and force the trade to play out. It's either going to play out or it's not. My job is to put myself out of risk and to be able to move the ball forward. So protect the account is my number one priority. Make money is my second priority by just taking good trades, letting them play out, closing the partial profits, securing some of the worst entries, just kind of getting them off the table, putting my stop profits in place, and then just letting it ride. That's how I prefer to trade. So I'm just waiting for one candle to swoop down into this zone. I'm going to close the worst two entries right here. Once I have those two entries closed off, I might take partial profits by closing an additional entry or just hold them all and break even. Same thing with my live account. I have two entries with a bit of a better entry here. I got these wicks on wicks on wicks. So realistically, I could protect this trade here because of how good of an entry I have, but I'm just going to wait for that one candle to break down before I take those partial profits again. All right.
Let me just say something here. His reasonable peace deal in Ukraine, he made it clear.
To lower the volume where? Was that coming from us or where? Oh, that was coming from them.
Give them all the land they've already stolen. Promise Putin you'll never put Ukraine in Russia, and then trust Putin not to have a relationship with China. Let me tell you something. That's not my deal. That's not my deal. Yes, it's exactly what you said. You do this at every debate.
I'll tell you exactly what
don't interrupt me. I didn't interrupt you. Okay? You say this. You do this. You do this at every debate. You go out on the stuff and you say something. All of us see it on video. We confront you on the debate stage. You say you didn't say it, and then you back away. And I want to say,
exactly what I said, Chris.
I'm not done yet.
Well, this is
Now look.
Hold on.
This is the fourth debate. The fourth debate that you would be voted in the first 20 minutes as the most obnoxious blowhard in America.
The most obnoxious blowhard in America.
Why you? Why you tonight?
Well, look, I think that he is very frustrated that he's not able to go after Donald Trump. There's two key America First candidates in this race. And as I said, there is a deep ideological divide in the GOP. So I think he's venting his frustration at Trump on me, and I can take it. I can handle the heat, and I responded to him accordingly.
How
But-
about the Nikki Haley moment? Nikki corrupt. That was big when you held that up.
Well, I think it is.
What was
it
that
is
about?
The heart of who she is and what she represents. I don't care about Republican versus Democrat. We need to end the corruption in DC. I don't think you should be able to join the board of a company that you underwrote 9-figure deals while being governor of a state that did deals with that company. I don't think you should use your connections to start a military contracting firm after you leave the UN and then not disclose those clients. She's asked Donald Trump to release his tax returns back in 2016, joining Democrats to do it, yet now hasn't released her tax returns. I've released 20 years of mine. So I do think that Haley is fundamentally an example of the corrupt establishment. Biden has sold off our foreign policy to make their family rich in the form of that bribe to Hunter Biden. I think Nikki Haley's defense contractor is quite likely, if some recent reporting is to be believed, making money off of sales in the Russia-Ukraine war as well. The American people deserve to know that. And I think there's an intellectual fraud here where she professes this foreign policy experience that began in all of a cup of coffee stint at the UN, offering platitudes that were served up by political consultants since the 1980s. It doesn't know the first thing about the region she actually even wants us to fight for. And so I think it's an intellectual fraud. I think it's a financial fraud. And I do think that regardless of who leads this country, if you want somebody who's actually going to take on that corruption in DC, you can't be part of it in the first place.
Okay.
So I didn't want to speak to that directly tonight.
Let's shift and talk about free speech for 1 minute, because, you know, one of the things that we wanted to talk about was what's happening in these campuses. Eliana got to it a bit, and some of the testimony on Capitol Hill. But you and I had a dust up on Twitter the other month, because
All right, so I'm still expecting a rejection here at the zone, but we may just be kind of liquidity grabbing above it before we push back in. I'm not expecting the full move down to the bottom of the range, but if we can just get a retest of 955 and then eventually 900, this would be a really good 1.4 to 1 move about there, where we're looking for 80 points to the downside, and we're not looking for the entire drop, which might not come, but I still expect a rejection here. So be a bit patient. The trade is still valid until we violate these highs, and so I'm just going to be patient here and waiting for that rejection so I can take some profits off of this trade. If we continue to fill and we break above this high, that's when I'll be looking to close the trades. But for now, still valid. Got to give it a chance to play out.
I understand the opposition to Ron DeSantis trying to disband Students in Justice in Palestine. I get that.
And that's where I'm strong.
That's
where I'm most strong.
I get it. And I agree. I've said on my show.
I didn't know where you were on
Yeah, I don't agree with that move. But
because the Constitution.
yeah,
Yes, there's this thing called the First Amendment. It's kind of pesky. And then there's this separate cultural debate that we
Yes.
have that doesn't have to do with the law.
So that's where you and I diverge, because the Students in Justice in Palestine, like days after the 10/7 attack, sent this letter saying it's entirely Israel's fault. It's all Israel's fault.
I mean, it's nonsense.
No, and I know you don't
It's
support
garbage.
that.
Yeah.
But then you have these lots of folks like Phil Ackerman and others who said, I want the name. I want every student who's in that group. And I said, right on, me
Yeah.
too. As an employer, I would never hire somebody who signed that letter. And you were like, you said, we shouldn't be shaming students. We shouldn't be naming students like that. They're dumb kids.
Yeah.
And my guy is, they're about to go into America's biggest media companies and law
Yeah.
firms, right?
So I'd say a couple things. One is very pragmatic in the reality of how college campuses function, and then the other is a cultural point of view. The way you're a member of a college student group is you actually just put your name on some student group list. Many of these people did not even know they were affiliating themselves with the statement.
See, but then
So
you
put that to one
were-
side,
you
and I
were-
know you would probably agree with that.
you'd be like, take me out of that group. As soon as you saw them sign up
I
later.
think the reality of, I mean, this is a really not terribly important point, Megan, but if we're going to talk about it, let's just understand. I know many of those kids, I've talked to many of those kids on those college campuses. They actually have no idea whether they would count as members of the group or not, or whether the leadership of the group is saying something they have no say in actually determining.
There's a very easy way of making that clear.
Then you have to disavow. Well, take me off your email list.
Yes.
And then it gets to a culture of what we want in our country. Do we want student groups, students signing up with groups even they disagree with? I did that when I was in college. And so it gets to the cultural question of not legally what would our founding fathers say, but actually you guys asked me on that debate stage, you know, which president would you take inspiration from? And so let's just go through
PJ, and his little chair.
the original and this little chair we're sitting on. He invented it. I don't think Thomas Jefferson would be on the side of saying that we want our universities and institutions of higher ed creating blacklists based on what a 19-year-old kid has or hasn't said.
Blacklist. It's
But
just,
it's absolutely-
here's the names.
No, no,
It's
but
up to you.
that's absolutely
You will hire all those people.
for this one issue. Because then if we do it for this issue, we're going to be doing it for somebody who denied climate change, somebody.
All right, so I'm gonna unwind this trade. Unwinding mean take some of the positions that I might be over risked in, and then close out the worst of the positions. So you guys can see I have a bunch of different entries here. I got where's my entry price? 7.4, 7.7, 9.80. So I'm gonna take the worst of those, which is 9.74, and I'll be looking to close that one here very shortly. Just want this thing to push just below the 7.86 fib. De-risk that trade. Stops and break even. Wait for one more push here.
Question the wisdom of using fossil
I don't think
fuels.
this is insane.
Somebody who claimed that J6 was actually an inside job or not. I think that people should be able to speak their mind freely on these topics. And I think once we go down this road, imagine if this was during the COVID pandemic.
I get it. You're saying slippery slope.
But I think the slippery slope is really part of what these free speech incursions, cultural free speech incursions are all about. If during the COVID pandemic, I think you and I would probably be on the same side of this, if somebody questioned the safety and efficacy of vaccines, I think you have a lot of people on the other side to say, as an employer, I want to know that. If I'm in the healthcare industry, tell me which student did that because I don't want to hire them.
That's fine. I actually think this could lead to the better alignments
I
of the
think
students and their
I
employers.
think it leads to students being less likely to discover who they are and what they think.
All right,
I
let's,
think that we got to lead them rather
so
than censor.
talk to me about your plan, because
Yeah.
your poll numbers have gone down in recent history, and one of the top guys in your campaign left and went to work for Trump, and there's a lot
I
of
was actually
buzz
one of the
that-
top guys as a side note,
Okay.
but we brought in
Okay.
someone above him and he moved, but I respect him. I don't want to be throwing
Okay.
people under the bus.
But respectfully, you're not on
The polls,
track to
the
win.
polls are not on track to where they need to be for me to win this election yet.
Right,
That much is
right,
fair.
or even win the undercard part of the election. So how long do you stay in this thing?
All right, I'm in break even on both accounts. I've secured some partial profits on both. I'm gonna allow this thing to run to TP1, which for me is the 9.15 area down here. And so that's what I'm gonna do, is just wait for this 9.15, 9.10 area to get hit. Leave a running position. So I don't believe I have hard take profit set. I do have a hard take profit set on that trade. Both at the same price at 8.50, which is very far away. So I'm not gonna set a closer hard take profit, but I'll just secure partial profits as we go down. Floating about 500 bucks on this one. Securing partial profits on my personal account. And then I'll actually hold it on the challenge account. I'll hold the trade on the challenge account until it hits TP1. But the risk is that it'll come back and tap my break even first. Hopefully, because we've exercised some patience up until now, that we're able to just hold this thing. This mastermind did something in my brain for real. I hope so. He said, this guy Nickel is talking about a 1 minute breakout, bro. Go take that to the Baby Pips group chat. You're in the wrong place. Yo, we making money and it's very silent in the chats. If you guys took this trade, put something in the group chat. Put something in the chat below. We literally just caught the buys and the sells. Like literally as good as it can get. I'm here on the daily with the buys and the sells. Go to the 1 hour here. Both called out live for you guys. And it's very fucking dry in the group chats. What are we doing here, people? This is my emoji, just this. Khalid said another one. Yep. He said it's going down. Mike Pineda with the money emoji. Killmonger said I'm up 1K. If you guys make money, drop a super chat. Drop $5, $10 in the super chats. This is how we take care of the production team. because we took off all ads off this channel so that you guys can watch this and make money with us with 0 interruptions. But if you do make money, be kind, drop $5-10 in the super chat so that we can continue to have an incredible production team and come out with more educational content for you guys. Yes. It says game over, caught the sells. It's raining money. Yes, yes. Up almost 1% for the day. Jermaine, call it a day, bro. You were up 0.5% on the buys. You took the trade again. Call it a day, bro. Bro, I'd be inviting some of the homies to your free live chat, and these motherfuckers sleeping. These setups are fire. But they just don't want money. And here's what you do, Vincent. Go get rich, and your friends are bums. It's really like that. If I found something like this, and I told my friends about it, they're traders, and they're not successful. And they don't all want to be in this culture of success, but they're losing money with a strategy. Those are not my friends no more. They don't want the same goals I want. They don't want the success that I want. Okay? Autobahn said I took the short. I'm just focused. That's all. My boy was stressing, not even focused. The boy said, I can't even type. I got to wait for this thing to play out. Just like that, people. Just like that. Wow. Come on, guys. Let's fucking go.
Yo, if you're in this trade right now, like the stream.
Like the stream and hit subscribe if you're in this trade. What a day, dude. I'm sick as a dog, still out here catching snipes, still funny as shit. It just shouldn't be fair for me to be this young, handsome, successful, funny, and technically skilled. It shouldn't exist like this. So how is this even possible? All right. From this point on, everything from here is extra credit. So make sure that you guys are you move off the table. Steven, let's mute it up. Steven, mute up, man. Whatever you guys want to take off the table, this is your shot right now. So the market is already rejected off the zone. We have a very, very solid candle here. Stops are in break even. Take what you want off the table and then hold the rest as extra credit. Of course, we have our take profit levels as defined by the strategy. Okay, so if you guys just took the masterclass, you know exactly what I'm looking at, and it's that simple. Y'all got me? It's insane, guys. Every fucking day, I just showed you guys the buys from last night to the sells. This is how the strategy works. If you guys took the class and you don't see it yet, now you know. So it's got to be your own hype man. Of course, Vincent, you got to be your own hype man. No one's going to care about your success the same way you do. What's up, bro? You are the truth. Ex-NFL player. Definitely been helping a lot through my trading journey. I don't even watch anyone else anymore. You blessed us. I'm locked in with you. Vontae, where'd you play for, bro? I've coached a few ex-NFL players. Know a few down here. Actually, there's a lot of ex-NFL players down here in Florida. We have what's his name? Floyd Rags used to play for the Jaguars. Now he runs Supercar Saturdays. The guy's a legend. Love the ex-NFL. Even Lewis Neal from Sway, ex-NFL players going into financial, I want to say services, but financially related industries. Robin said there's no class tonight. Yeah, there is no class tonight. No. We're done, guys. We're done. We're done. Boxes on boxes on boxes. Epic stuff. Noah, you got it. I'm on the road and took this exact trade. All the knowledge from the masterclass yesterday. Sam, please don't trade on the road, bro. Killmonger, I appreciate you. Thank you, sir. My boy just dropped a super chat, the first one for today. $5. He said this trade is fire. Can't wait for tonight's class. Killmonger, there is no class tonight, my friend. He was sick. We're reviewing again. We did 2 hours last night. I said I'm sick. We're gonna keep it short, whatever. That was 2 fucking hours. It was supposed to be a 3-day class. We made it 4. Instead of going for an hour, we went for 2 hours each. Trust me, y'all got the sauce. If you guys really, really need one, we'll do another one. But I don't believe that, I think that we've hit all of those numbers. All right, y'all, drop a like, hit subscribe. I'm gonna catch you guys later. Drop a super chat if you guys made money on today's stream. If you made $800, drop $5. Don't be a piece of shit, right? Help the production team out. We're gonna make sure that they get taken care of, and that's why we took off all ads from our channel so that we could, take advantage. Nah, one more class. Well, how about this? We're doing a excuse me. Lord have mercy. Okay. We're doing a review class later this year. I think it's going to be December 20th or December 17th or something, where we're going to have every person that's ever done a master class with us the past 3 months. We're going to have a review call where we do a free session for everybody who's done the master class. I want to make sure you guys get a refresher, a reminder, and you guys are prepped for next year. All right. Vontae said, I played for the Broncos, bro. I love to see it. My favorite people to work with are professional athletes or ex-professional athletes. So, because you guys understand coachability and you understand hard work and discipline. So if anybody here has those qualities where you are, let me see, where you're hardworking, you understand discipline and coachability, and you're committed to trading for the long term because you know it won't happen overnight, I'd love to coach you guys. The only people I really want to coach are folks who have those 3 qualities: the coachability, the commitment to discipline and hard work, and a longer term mindset. If that's you, I can guarantee you that I'll make you a successful trader through one-on-one coaching. That's a guarantee or your money back. But I only want to work with folks who have those qualities. So if that's you, reach out to us, info@chartaddictsfx.com. Mike Pineda, thank you, bro. Thank you for the super chats. I appreciate you, man. We got Killmonger. We got Mike Pineda. Thank you, guys. Thank you. I'm gonna tell the fucking production team about to be lit. Are we allowed to enter the Discord now? Once you finish your final exam and you get your certificate, you will have access to the group chats. Most people will not finish the final exam unless you're forced to. Okay? We had a bunch of people in the October class. They didn't know that they had to finish it to get access, and a lot of them just didn't do it. The November class, you guys were rock solid if you were in that class. I appreciate all of you for stepping up and getting this shit done in time. The December class, schedule your calls, finish your finals, and that's the second that you get your certificate, you will be allowed in the group chats. So we're waiting on you. He says, Roy, you're wild confident. Shit, Jamal, good to see you, man. No, is this the same Jamal from the masterclass yesterday? Because Jamal, we were talking about these trades. We were talking about the buys and we were talking about the sells. Okay, email us at info@chartaddictsfx.com. And of course, if you guys wanted to get into the masterclass and you haven't already, make sure to head over to the website, chartaddictsfx.com. The link is in the description. All the seats are half off until the end of the year. Do not sleep on this. The prices went up from $350 to $750. Now, I understand a lot of you guys have been wanting to get into the class but can't afford $750. I understand that. This is going to be your shot. You got 20 days to take advantage. All right? Don't fuck this up, because once it goes up to $750, it may be out of range for a lot of you that wanted it at a cheaper price. Cool. All right, guys. Happy, safe trading. Congratulations. Great trades today. Great energy. Appreciate all of you. And just post this up on social media if you can. Carlos, I appreciate the super chat, brother. Let's go. We got Carlos, Killmonger, and Mike Pineda. Let me make sure I write this down. Let me write down you guys' names. I got a special surprise for you guys. For those of you guys who are being generous today. Carlos T. Then we have Killmonger. I got a very special surprise for you guys. I appreciate it. Take it. Do we need to have our Zoom follow-up with Bryce before we take our final exam? You just have to have it scheduled. Once you have it scheduled, you can take your final exam. Take the trades on his YouTube. You'll make that $750 easily. I mean, we made that today just off the trades. See you tomorrow, man. Said, love you too, blank. Bro, you took the buy? Yes, Robin, I took the buy. I got kicked out on this Everblue bullshit, but On MetaTrader, stayed in. I think it's because my stop losses were close, but it might have been spread overnight. I don't know. That's why I prefer to watch these trades play out so I can figure out what happened, what went wrong. Oh, we got Meals in here. Meals, is that Jamil? Jamil, good to see you, bro. My guy right there. And Miss Katie said, don't forget me. Miss Katie, what do you mean don't forget you? And we have Meals. All right, y'all. Take it easy. Happy, safe trading for the rest of the week. I'll catch you tomorrow bright and early. I'll be streaming early tomorrow for NFP. Early tomorrow for NFP. Catch you guys there. Peace.